You make a sudden high-pitched noise, and instantly a dog's head snaps to a sharp 45-degree angle. We usually interpret that upward-turned face and perky ear posture as a sign of canine confusion, or perhaps a deliberate attempt to look endearing. But they aren't confused at all. When a dog tilts their head, they are beginning a coordinated physiological sequence designed to translate our vocal and visual signals. This posture is a highly evolved biological mechanism. It's a physical adjustment that optimizes their sensory intake and helps bridge the evolutionary gap between humans and canines. To understand the science behind the pose, we have to look at the physical barriers in canine anatomy. Dogs have a remarkably keen sense of hearing, but their ear flaps, known as pinnae, physically muffle incoming sound waves. For a Cocker Spaniel, these heavy flaps act as a wall, completely covering the ear canals. By cocking their head, a dog mechanically adjusts those ear flaps to optimize sound collection. This movement allows their brain to calculate the fractional delay between a sound wave reaching one ear versus the other. That tiny discrepancy in timing gives the dog the exact data they need to pinpoint the distance and direction of high-frequency noises. Hearing is only one part of the equation. A dog's long muzzle creates a massive visual blind spot that obscures a human's lower face. If you hold your fist in front of your nose, you have to look around your own hand to see a person's mouth moving. Dogs do the same thing, tilting their head to clear their line of sight. Shifting their snout out of the way gives them an unobstructed view of our lip movements and facial expressions. Because this behavior is driven by physical conformation, flat-faced breeds like pugs or Boston Terriers tend to tilt their heads less frequently. Their shorter noses simply don't get in the way. Ultimately, the tilt is a mechanical workaround. The dog is physically clearing the path so that clean audio and visual data can reach the brain. Once that data is collected, the tilt takes on a new role linked to cognitive processing and auditory memory recall. This chart shows the head tilt frequency of gifted word learner dogs during research at Edfis-Larand University. These dogs tilted their heads 43% of the time when they heard familiar toy names, compared to a mere 2% when hearing unrecognized sounds. Researchers suggest this physical movement indicates the dog is actively matching a spoken word to a stored visual memory. The high frequency of the tilt when hearing known words suggests the dog is performing a mental search to visualize the object you're naming. Anatomy supports this mental connection. The muscles in a dog's middle ear are controlled by the same part of the brain that governs facial expressions and head movements. Because those neural pathways are shared, a dog turning its head while you speak is the canine equivalent of a human nodding during a conversation. They are physically signaling that they are paying attention. The tilt serves as a visible marker of a dog's cognitive effort to comprehend human language. This behavior is the result of thousands of years of coevolution. Dogs have become uniquely attuned to reading human social cues, assessing our tone of voice and inflection to translate what we want. However, context is crucial. While a conversational tilt is a sign of engagement, a persistent head tilt that occurs without any auditory triggers is a serious medical warning sign. If a dog's head is constantly cocked to one side, veterinarians must evaluate them for underlying conditions like otitis media, a severe inner ear infection, as well as vestibular disease or neurological lesions. To tell the difference between healthy communication and a medical issue, you have to evaluate the dog's overall somatic markers in context. A communicative tilt comes with a relaxed posture. You'll see soft, almond-shaped eyes with no visible white sclera, an open mouth, and a loose body. Conversely, a head tilt accompanied by a loss of balance, abnormal eye movements, or vomiting is an emergency that requires immediate veterinary attention. Assuming your dog is healthy and relaxed, the next time they cock their head at the sound of your voice, you can appreciate the science behind the pose. They are focusing their entire biology on the task of understanding you.